Season, and we are here with Tarek, Mother Tareka, Tarek Funk.
Yep.
The musician. It's not a myth. Yeah, man. How you been?
I've been surviving, man. Just taking it one day at a time. You know, trying to get through these tough times. I've been itching for a live show.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. That's like I think everybody's really, really itching for it now. So. Just to get right into things, when were you first introduced into Hamilton hip hop?
Oh wow. Okay. Well, I think my first introduction was 2007. It was the Hamilton Afro-Caribbean Association, or something to that extent, having like a cipher night at Pepper Jack's, and Nilla put me on. Nilla was like, "Yo, get this guy on stage. Let him rap a little bit." That's shout outs to Nilla.
Yeah.
My cosign. And that was my first time on a stage in Hamilton. But I'd been messing around with, writing and trying to put together something for some time before that. But that was my first live show.
Yeah.
Sort of live song.
Yeah.
2007.
Oh, nice. Yeah. What was your first introduction into hip hop, and what was the artist that attracted you into the culture?
I came to Canada in 1998, and I grew up in Syria before that, in Damascus. I had heard rap music here and there, just that verse on Black and White, Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
That was about it, right? We
Yeah.
didn't get much exposure. But when I came to Canada, it was 1998, just all hit me at the same time.
Oh yeah, man.
I didn't really understand it, but I just knew I liked it.
Yeah.
Right away.
Yeah,
I was like, this is cool, whatever it is. I didn't understand English at the time, so I just listened, and I would actually rap along on the radio and just be making up random gibberish.
That's sick.
The artist that really got me into it was maybe by I would say 2002, 2003. That's when I was a little bit older, in the middle of high school. I had started to have my own appreciation for things, not just what's on the radio, actually going on Napster and downloading things.
Oh,
and my older brother put me on to The Roots, to Mos Def, to Lauryn Hill.
Oh.
And just
Perfect
really,
stuff from that time.
just conscious content, Common Sense, Fugees, the Dead Prez.
Oh yeah.
Just very political stuff. Syria is a very political place. Even kids would be talking politics back home just because it's part of life. So that was when I realized that was one of the facets of hip hop here. That really what pulled me into it.
So when you came to Hamilton then, and you came to Canada, was Hamilton your first, has this been your first stop?
No, I went to high school in Toronto and North York.
Okay.
And then I came to Canada, I came to Hamilton in 2003 basically.
Okay.
And just my brother was going to McMaster, so we all came with him. And then I finished and ended up going to McMaster too. And that's when I really started performing, was just out of high school.
Yeah. Nice. Did you feel that once you started kind of like feeling like the scene and getting adjusted to Hamilton itself, uh, and meeting more people within the music community, did you feel that that had an influence as well on your rap? Like,
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Like I said, Nilla and Hashi. We those were some of the first few shows I did were with Nilla and Hashi on Emerson Street by McMaster.
yeah, yeah,
I forget the spot what it was called back then, but
yeah,
there's a
yeah,
spot there, and then Pepper Jacks and Sky Dragon Cafe, and slowly like kind of meeting different people and seeing emceeing in person, seeing live hip hop. You start to bit by bit be influenced by people's I wouldn't say style per se, but like presence, like
yeah,
the energy they bring to
yeah,
it, and the vibe they bring to it, and kind of makes you question what kind of vibe you're trying to bring to it. What is your
yeah,
energy?
totally.
The biggest, like I would say, like person that had that for me was like Lee Reed, right? So
Yeah.
like watching Lee Reed, I would go to the underground
Yeah,
and use my brother's fake ID to get in to watch Warsaw Pack. I've seen
Yeah,
them
yeah.
a couple times there, and
Oh, they were
Pocket
amazing.
Dwellers, and you know they would those kind of shows really got me thinking. I was it got me to go from like, okay, I'm gonna take this to the next level, to the stage, take it from like something I do just on my own time to I can actually do this. I can
Yeah,
also incorporate my love of like live instrumentation, live band stuff,
yeah.
bringing it to the stage. Like seeing Warsaw Pack, seeing Lee Reed rocking with a band like that made me want to do it with a band,
Oh, dude.
because I had no, like, to be honest, I had no access to beats. I had
Yeah.
no idea how to make that stuff. You
Yeah.
know, my parents weren't gonna give me no beat machine. It was like, "Wait, get out of here."
How do you think the scene has changed since when you first started, and do you think things have changed in a positive way at all?
I think it's gotten tougher for venues to operate. I think it's gotten tougher for artists to have a space and to make any sort of like income off of what they do with music. I think that goes beyond Hamilton. That's like a thing in general,
Yeah,
that like the way
totally.
that hip hop and live music in general has transformed, has become a lot more influenced by what you do as a business, what you do with your online presence, etc. Like how savvy you are about those things changes the atmosphere and the niche that we are in Hamilton. Like when I first, between I would say 2009 till 2015, that was I think a certain period for Hamilton. After 2014, 2015, I felt things change a little bit in terms of you saw less venues open, a couple of venues struggling to just keep things going.
Yeah.
And I think the average person has less money to spend
Yeah.
on anything, right? Just life has gotten more expensive. Income has not kept up with that.
No.
So with that, one of the first things that go is live entertainment, live music. Mind you, that doesn't mean that people haven't pushed to keep it alive, and people have kept a lot of momentum from those years happening. And there's a lot of young people,
Oh, yeah.
doing their own thing now, and I have no contact of it, and Hamilton's also, it's like pockets of scenes. It's not just one scene, I would
No.
say, It's like some stuff going on in the East End. You'd be surprised. There's some hip-hop shows on the mountain,
Yeah,
like
you wouldn't even know about
bars that
Yeah, man.
normally play rock music, and sports bars and stuff. Once
Yeah.
in a while, they'll have a rap show. But it's also gotten transformed in general to like the grassroots underground kind of music scene that used to exist is no longer really the main way that people consume music, or that people find out about music. It's more they will find out about the local artist even on the internet. And
Yeah.
I think that the live show is playing a smaller role in that. So I think that's the biggest impact, really, more so than what's happening in Hamilton economically and the gentrification.
So, all that being said, though, what is it that you think about Hamilton's rap kind of community or communities that sets it apart from other surrounding areas?
There's a lot of risk taking here musically, and I don't can't speak for other cities and what their situation is like, but I definitely noticed that Hamilton is like a big salad of many styles. There's not like a Hamilton sound. There's not a mold that people are trying to fit in.
No.
And if anything, the size of the city being smaller makes people want to stand out and be unique in their own,
For sure.
in their own right, and do their own thing way more than I would say bigger cities. I think there is a Toronto sound, that emulating Drake sound.
Yeah, that's kind of become the new, that new Toronto sound. It's moved a little bit out of that soca kind of vibe that, Party and all those guys had. Yeah.
Which was a great vibe.
Oh, yeah, dude.
I like that vibe.
I love that vibe, man. Yeah.
But Hamilton, it's got so many characters, man. It's got so much, also this underdog situation that it is in musically, in terms of being not on the map in terms of the music industry itself.
Right.
Makes it so that there's a bit of a raw hunger here too. People are really some people are really trying to create a career out of this hip hop thing, and there's some real grimy shit out there.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah.
It gets grimy. Hamilton is a working class city, so there's not a shortage of things to rhyme about.
Oh yeah. Oh totally.
Many stories to tell.
Oh yeah.
So many.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you very much for sitting down with me and talking about Hamilton hip hop with me.
Thanks for reaching out, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for putting the city on and for representing for Hamilton.
Much appreciated.
Trying to connect people in a positive way. Just
much appreciated, man. Much appreciated. Before we go, is there any plugs that you want to give out? Any way people can reach you, find your music online?
Well, I think I might be the only Mother Tareka out there. So if you Google Mother Tareka, Tareka, you will find me, or you can go on my crew's website. We're called Rhyme Think. We're like a collective of political MCs across Turtle Island, affiliated with each other, that rock together. So rhymethink.com.
Yeah, I heard you guys are putting out a mixtape.
Yeah,
soon.
we're gonna put out something soon in support of Black Lives Matter movements across Canada, as that fight's revving up now, and this is an excellent time to really try to put some funds behind it, because at the end of the day we need that. So rhymethink.com/Tarek-funk. Mother Tareka, much love.
Awesome. Thank you so much, man.
Cheers.
The city fell asleep, woke up with bed sores. The forest fell asleep, woke up to locked doors. I don't wanna sleep no more, nah. I don't wanna sleep no more, nah. Without a positive camouflage for a deadly cause, a stand is took. Full of dedication, no second looks, but faith can't be shook, especially when having to deal with a lot of crooks, right? Emotional content round here be pain ridden. Truth naked to the eye yet remains hidden. And money's no religion, money's a confession to the original sin. Taken versus given. In a dream I transcribed the future woman inviting. Visions etched on cave walls, the first of many sightings. First of radiant poetic lightning. Shockwaves to brave slaves that found freedom writing. The caged bird might sing blues but not rock and roll, cause flightless wings certainly do take a toll. Grab a hold of yourself and your wealth before the nightfall comes through with that potent stealth. I save my jokes on shelves, the time never came. The forecast has been dark clouds in my brain. All I ever retained was Babylon migraines and moments of bliss that only fleetingly exist. I ain't a pessimist, but I use colors, hues that come in two shades. truths like false and true. What interest to cruise on late promises, the comments kiss the wishing goodbye. Adios, nice try. Hey yo, the challenges will test, the damages will vex. The amateurs will quit, but the champion won't rest. Still the cosmos knows.